Oh, hello. For my entire 21 years of existence, I have been fairly sedentary. I never did any sports in grade school, I never had good enough hand-eye coordination to truly enjoy gym class, and as a kid I spent countless hours sitting down on my couch surfing the web, which eventually evolved into me making YouTube videos for the past decade. Last summer, I worked my first full-time job as a personal shopper, basically spending 40 hours a week walking around a store and picking items for people's curbside orders. That, combined with my increased walking around campus and college, made for the most physically fit version of myself. Fast forward a year later, and I still had that curbside job, but only part-time. I landed a very office-style internship where I was doing what I did best, sitting down, staring at my computer screen for 20 hours a week. And I was getting pretty sick of it. Thought to myself, what's a physical activity that I could just start doing? Well, I landed on one. Swimming. Long story short, I started to swim, and while progress was made, I found myself getting tired in the pool extremely quickly most days. Then I was thinking, well, how could I improve my overall endurance in the water? Well, I could run. After all, the barriers to entry, they seem pretty low. All you need is 2 feet, a heartbeat, and just a pair of shoes. Now, I had never gone on a run before in my life. Really, ever since high school gym class, I never took it upon myself to start independently exercising. So I'm pretty much starting from zero here, but I was excited because with this run that I was about to go on, combined with my swimming, I was finally getting an idea of what my body was actually capable of.
I'm not feeling strong, and I bought a pair of running shoes, so now I am officially into it. So my goal for today is to, I'm not going to full on sprint or anything because I'd just be stupid. I'm not trying to fail immediately, but alternate jogging, running, walking, whatever. The house that I used to live in, it's a little over a mile from the house that I currently live in. So I think my goal is to get there, come back. I don't really have a time goal or anything. I mean, I should be able to make it within the hour and then start my routine because, you know, I gotta shower and then go to work later today. So, yeah, here we go. We're actually almost at our goal. I alternated between jogging and walking, tried to do an equal amount the whole way, and I was planning on running my whole way up to my old house, but then look at that incline. Yeah, running the whole way here, that's a goal for another day. Okay, so I've definitely done a lot smarter things in my life, but I've also done a lot stupider things. So 32 minutes for just a little over 2 miles, alternating the walking and the running, which I was doing pretty equal amounts, but whenever I turned onto my street, I started to run again, and I was just like, oh dude, I can't do it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go inside, get a drink of water, and shower, because I am clouding up the window of my car right now. Look at all that. Ugh.
So, not too shabby at all for a 2.4 mile loop, although I had some words to say throughout the run itself.
Running is stupid. That's it. That's all I have to say.
I found myself excited to go out on a run again. I waited a full week before I embarked on run number 2, which went pretty well. But my third run is when I accomplished, in my eyes, a real achievement.
It feels so good not to be running anymore. Okay, so I did the 1.2 miles up to Water Street, and I ran the whole way. I walked up to my old house, looped back around, walked back down to the end of the street, and then as soon as I hit the end of the street, I took off with my, holding back all power jog, and I made it back here, and I did all of that in just 29 minutes. Yeah, that's crazy progress. I mean, if I keep going like this, meeting goals that I'm not setting, but they're just kind of coming naturally, man, I'll be running a 5K uninterrupted by the end of the month. I think it's July 3rd right now, 5:43 in the morning. So, go me.
A 5K run by the end of the month. Now, when I started this whole journey, the term 5K meant nothing to my American self. So when I Googled it and saw that it only added 0.7 miles onto the 2.4 mile route that I was doing fairly well in, it seemed quite doable. So my goal for this video is to run a trial 5K uninterrupted, without walking. I mentally scheduled it in my head for August 11th, roughly 1 month after I filmed my third run. From that point on, I was making pretty big progress while also leaving a lot of room for improvement. It didn't take long before I was running my entire route, pacing myself, and getting used to the sudden increase in physical activity. Eventually, I went on a run with one of my high school friends, Jack, who played soccer and did a bit of track in high school. He's actually currently in club track at our university, Penn State. And running with him was different, but welcome. This was my 4th week of running at this point, and although I was nervous to balance running while talking, it brought something quite unexpected. That was actually the fastest that I've ever done it. So 27 minutes. It's pretty good. How do you feel about the race, Jack? Feeling good?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I think you're making good progress, and I've always found the power of running with other people to be pretty impressive. So
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Got your first taste of that?
Yeah, I'm very sweaty, but I'm not I don't feel like dying like I did last week.
Mm-hmm. And you also, if you're carrying on a conversation, you probably feel less like you're thinking about how much your lungs hurt every single second.
Yeah, so. that is true. So we're making progress. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not the muscle, but
yeah, it's not. It's the thought that counts.
I appreciate the spirit.
Yes, sir. This was my biggest leap so far. A 27-minute run, a new personal best. However, I will say that particular run with Jack took a lot out of me. One thing that I've neglected to mention so far is that my ankles, after almost each of my runs, just would hurt for roughly a day afterward. I thought maybe it was because of my muscles getting used to the sudden increase in mileage, or it was just overall soreness, until I showed my girlfriend Abby this clip of me running that Jack took, and she had some words of wisdom to share.
Your running posture is fucking horrible.
Yeah, well, can you elaborate a little bit?
You run on your heels.
And I'm not supposed to do that?
No.
I've been running for like 4 weeks.
Yeah. I see one video of you and I'm horrified.
Think about how I feel. I've been running like a goddamn elephant this whole time.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I was so naive at this point that I didn't even really realize that running wrong was a thing that you could do. But it seemed like I was doing it for a few weeks straight, and now my ankles were paying the price for it. The next run I went on was just 2 days later, where I had the goal of fixing my posture, and I flew a bit too close to the sun.
Jeez, man. I'm like really mad at myself today, because that was my worst time. I ran all the way up to the midway point, and then I walked the midway point, and then I started to run the way back, and I just couldn't do it anymore. My ankles hurt too fucking bad. So I think I'm going to head inside and just sit down a while.
So, yeah, that sucked, having to just quit halfway through like that. On Monday, the day before my next scheduled run day, I had my dad film me and coach me a bit when it came to my posture, as he was a bit of a runner himself several years ago.
You want to introduce yourself?
To your followers.
Yes.
Yes.
The millions of people watching.
I'm your dad.
Yeah.
I'm Ian's dad. I used to run. My dad was an avid runner, Ian's grandfather. I ran for a couple years, just recreationally, with nowhere near the success that he experienced, but he's not here with us, so I am standing in as Ian's running coach.
You have one marathon under your belt, so your accomplishments are not to scoff at, I wouldn't say.
Well, it's the dumbest thing I've ever done, which is really saying something.
And you haven't run since?
Well, not much. Chin up, shoulders back. You should pump your arm. You're pushing into the ground. You want to bounce almost.
And I need to be light on my feet, too.
The balls at your feet, ideally.
Okay. So,
It feels goofy, and you think I look like some kind of nut job out here, but over the course of a couple miles, it'll really benefit you.
okay, so a little more.
Yeah, try to consciously keep your shoulders back a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Puffing it out like Superman,
There
kind
you
of.
go. Yep.
Now I felt like an idiot just running laps around the cul-de-sac, but anything to run that trial 5K though, right? Now, under the discretion of myself and especially those around me, I took the next week or so to sort of take a break from running. I decided to walk a 2.6 mile route, focusing on my posture and how I felt. And for that final week of July, 2 weeks out from my trial 5K day, I returned to a running walking cycle where I tackled my new 2.6 mile course. And for the sake of brevity, my ankle, even without running the whole time, alternating walking and running, it was on fucking fire. I walked to my internship that day with a pretty significant limp. My ankle was being destroyed. And although I didn't quite know it at the time, my whole body was actually under attack.
How could this have happened, Ian?
Yeah, so I went on my run earlier today and I said that I was slightly sick, but I have COVID, and this is my first time getting it. I got it after it was popular.
Lame.
I know.
So while I was down and out with a mild case of COVID, I stayed home from work and sort of just took the time to rest up. I also took a lackluster walk and skipped my swim that week, which left me feeling legitimately defeated and depressed. After just a few days, I felt well enough to return to work, and at the urging of my father, I went out and bought some real 3-figure running shoes.
Shoes are a big deal. Yeah.
Because how do these shoes look?
The F. No.
Yeah? Oh, really?
I mean, they're okay, but
I spent $65 on these at Kohl's.
yeah, we'll put a 1 in front of that and get some good shoes.
I went to a local shop called Rapid Transit where a guy named Jay helped me out, so big shout out to him and all the crew that work there at Rapid Transit. But he noticed that not only when I run, but when I walk, I do something called overpronating, meaning that when my foot hits the ground, my ankle naturally collapses inward and my arch flattens out. So with Jay's professional help, I picked out a pair of Asics, a pair of GT 2013s to be exact. So the next day, I did the only thing that I knew how to do. I ran. And there we go. That felt a lot better. Not perfect, but better. Not only was I running in some well-fitting shoes that really helped my feet out, but I preceded that run with some stretching beforehand, and I even did a cool-down stretch, which is something I stupidly was ignoring the whole time, for a month straight. And 2 days later, on August 7th, for the first time in weeks, I ran 2 miles straight without stopping. I was back in the saddle again. And just like that, that was my last run before my scheduled trial 5K day. Do I have what it takes to run a trial 5K? Well, let's find out.
It's hard to film cool stuff. I guess I should probably feed you too, huh? Polly. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, August 11th, It's time to run my trial 5K. I'm going to rely on my dad to get me some extra footage of me running, but he's at work right now. So I'm not gonna be able to run my trial 5K until probably like 5 or 6 p.m. tonight. I found a 1.55 mile loop that I can take. The first leg of the path will be the normal alleyway, which is what I've been running this whole time. After that, I'm going to turn right onto the main road, all the way to the halfway point, which I deduced is this bookshop sign, which will be a nice little turnaround point on the main road. Run back, and that will be leg number 2. Back onto the alleyway, and that will be leg number 3, where I will run all the way back home and finish my trial race. I think I could do it in 45 minutes, but the main goal is not how fast I can do it. My main goal is just making sure that I am moving the whole time. The only time that I'm gonna allow myself to stop is if I'm at a stop sign and there's like a car coming or something. Oh, and one more thing. I bought a GoPro. That's right. We're not monkeying around with this anymore. We're gonna have 3 different camera angles. The GoPro, my phone, and then my dad recording. We're making history here, folks. So, with that being said, I'm gonna enjoy my oatmeal, and we will just have a good time today. All right, catch you guys later on in the day. That transition never quite gets old, does it? Just got done with my warm-up stretches, and 5-minute warm-up and all that stuff. It's warm out there. It's very hot. So I'm very nervous, especially that I've had all day to sit with it. Not in the best of spirits, but that just means that the win will be that much more great. Hopefully. All right, so it is currently, I'm gonna take a screenshot, 6:51 p.m., 83 degrees out. Can you tell that I'm nervous for this a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you have any final words of advice before I take off?
Chin up, chest out, swing your arms. In 3, 2, 1, bang!
Here we go. See how I do.
Okay, best of luck.
Thank you. Already feel bad. Good start. What's up?
Thoughts?
What does that mean?
Do you have any thoughts?
Not really, no.
Keep going.
I thought bro was saying odds. I was like, what the hell is that? But, oh my god. Probably not even half a mile in. There he is. But, this sucks. First mile done. I'm gonna slow up my pace a little bit here, because I did that in like 10:40. So, already going quite fast as is. There he is! But, oh my God. I need water. It's about to get real. Onto the berm. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh, that's what it's all about. It's hot out here. Thank you. All right, taking a little bit just to walk here because holy shit, I'm not used to running in this heat. This is not a fail though. We're almost at the halfway point. We're gonna do this. I just need fucking water in me. Oh my God. I see the halfway point. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling, boys. Here we are, buddies. Bookshop sign. We're here. We are here. All right, let's get ready. Turn this around. Halfway point, right there. All right, we're crossing the road now. Whew. All right, let's keep going. This is one of the worst things I've ever done. All right.
Done?
No, of course not.
Good. Don't quit.
What?
Don't quit.
We're not. It's warm. Right up in here. Holy fuck, it hurts. Ooh. I'm dropping the F-bomb too many times. I apologize. Whew. Just wrapped up leg 2. My dad's stopping at the top of this hill. He's gonna want me to keep going. God damn it. I need more self-discipline, man. Oh man, so I can't fucking do this. Right here, in here, in here. Just, ow. One thing I will say, I gotta pace myself better next time I do this, because I am not even 30 minutes into this. Oh my God. Just barreling through it, which, not a good thing. Stretch. I'm gonna drink some more of that water and then I'll be good.
I want to see a sprint coming around a turn.
We'll see. I'll do it for you.
All right.
Just finished the alleyway. And then gonna go around the turn. Oh my God, this is a bad idea. Oh, I want to say such vulgar things right now because I'm not feeling good about myself. Not feeling good about this whole thing. Oh boy. I don't know why I'm turning Irish. Oh boy, laddie. Oh, fuck. All right. For Frodo. For Frodo. All right, here we go.
How does it feel to be an All-American?
Horrible. This was stupid. 36 minutes, that's way too fast. I came out swinging, that was bad. It's a bad idea.
Now, it was safe to say that I was unbelievably frustrated with my performance in my trial 5K. I wanted a good, strong finale for this video. I wanted to cross the invisible finish line thinking, wow, I am capable of running a 5K uninterrupted. But instead, I just went inside feeling defeated. I could use cool editing tricks in this video to show that I didn't actually walk at all, or I walked just a very little amount, but to keep this as real as possible, in that 36-minute trial 5K, I walked a solid 8 minutes of it. Like with anyone else, I hate failure. I hate setting goals and expectations for myself only for them to fall through. To keep it real, I have spent most of my life playing it safe, not taking any real risks, hardly trying anything new, out of this completely natural but crippling fear of failure. But one thing I have learned this past summer is that failure is one of the best things that can happen to you. My goal was to run the whole 5K without walking. I went the whole distance, but I walked some. I still crossed that finish line. And although the conditions weren't perfect, the heat had taken so much out of me, my mouth felt like a cotton ball, and mentally I was kicking myself in the nuts for walking. Life is one big, imperfect condition. The ability to adapt, the ability to rise above, learn from your mistakes, and do better the next time is what this is all about. I was so angry going inside after doing that trial 5K, but in looking back at the footage that myself and my dad took, I am just proud of myself for even getting this far. 1 year ago, I would have never seriously considered that it was in the realm of possibility that I genuinely wanted to seriously run, and that I would take my fitness seriously. But here we are. And I've learned that with every failure, it gets me just one step closer to an even bigger success. Alright, enough of that inspirational shit. Let's start to wrap this up here. With that trial 5K in the bag, I continued to run a little bit off camera. At the time of me recording this, I have just started what will be my hardest semester in college, so I hope that I can keep with my running and swimming and just overall general fitness in the hopes of actually running a real 5K race someday, and, of course, yielding some better results. Now, the whole reason why I started this running leg of my fitness journey was to increase my endurance in the pool. What's the verdict? Has it helped me? No, not really. But what it did teach me is that I kind of like running, and I am capable of traveling a 5K distance. From a chubby middle schooler that couldn't run uninterrupted for 30 seconds to where I'm at now, I say that I'm starting a pretty cool journey for myself. But I guess since I've made it this far, I should turn back to the thing that I initially started with. How is my swimming coming along?